Hi. Are you ever browsing on TikTok and you see something so crazy that you were physically stunned? Like, it's like you walked into a fucking shock charge, because that was my reaction the other day when I saw this video here.
I am absolutely speechless at this setup right now. I mean, I get being a DIYer, but on an avalanche, dude, you just built a whole ass apartment.
We're looking at the same thing. So naturally, an innovation such as this raises a lot of questions. So we're going to dive into those, and there is a mini epic story that we're going to unpack. So buckle up, because it's just like Lord of the Rings, except instead of a ring, it's a Chevy Avalanche and a ton of exposed drywood. This thing belongs at the bottom of Mount Doom. So this account, Matt B. Raleigh, posted this to TikTok. It went super viral. It got 16 million views, and there was a ton of discussion. And we even got some insights from some fellow TikTokers.
I think he's an innovator. He wants to take a girl home from the bar. You want to go back to my place? It's not a long walk. Boom, home.
Call me crazy, but I don't think this place is the pad that he's making it out to be. If you bring a girl back to this place, I don't think you're gonna get the warmest response. Hey, what do you say we get out of here, go back to my place? Yeah, okay. Do you live far? Baby, wherever the open road calls me, and the authorities are not nearby. Oh, that's so hot. Yeah, it does get quite hot in there. I like this take from Reddit. That is going to kill someone. Oh, come on now. Be optimistic. This is going to kill several someones. How is that road legal? Yeah, I don't know, because, I mean, one of the many reasons we don't build cars out of wood is because it's heavy, and there's like an extra 2-3 meters of just solid wood construction hanging off the back of this avalanche. That poor suspension is going to give out. I feel like the moment you hit 60 in this thing, it turns into an avalanche. Now, I'm no expert, but according to some of the comments, depending on what state you're in the US, the police can be pretty relaxed about this sort of thing. But what I will say is that in Australia, this does not pass a roadworthy. No chance. And this is a desert of snake and giant spiders. And we see this thing, we're like, that is too dangerous. But let's say you're like, well, I spent 3,000 hours building this thing. I'm gonna drive it anyways. The first Australian cop you see will pull you over. You'll probably lose your license and then fed to the giant spiders. And yeah, that is how we run things down here. That's why everyone's so cool, because at any moment you could be eaten by a giant spider. Dude, come on, I'm recording a video. We talked about this. Go do something constructive. Go build like a web. And that goes for you too. The Aussie viewers can relate. Now, the one thing that everybody wanted was a tour of the inside of this vehicle.
All right, so I've gotten a bunch of comments like that, hundreds of them. I got the phone number on the back window. If I can get in touch with him, I'm going to do an interview. I'm gonna get a tour.
And the legend that he is, Matt B. Raleigh posted a follow-up TikTok.
Today we're back at the Avalanche apartment. Let's go knock on the door and ask some questions.
Now, unfortunately, the owner was not home, so we don't get the full Architectural Digest experience, but we do get a closer look at some of the engineering feats on this vehicle. So let's take a look. Okay, so that is a ratchet strap, which I'm familiar with these. That is not a permanent fixture. You know it's sketch when your home is being held together with ratchet straps. But look, maybe I'm wrong. At first I was concerned for the safety of people on the road, but maybe the people I should really be concerned for is Big RV. And what are they going to think when they find out that people are building affordable motorhomes with ratchet straps? This is going to put them out of business. Your Grace, there is an urgent matter. Go on. Within the last 48 hours, sales for every single one of our campers, motorhomes, and recreational vehicles has come to a complete stop. Take a look at this graph. But what about those new brat-coated RVs? Surely we've sold some of those. I'm sorry, sir. Shit! Okay, so what is the explanation for all of this? By God, a single man built this? I'm afraid so. We haven't faced a crisis like this since season 3 of Breaking Bad. This will ruin us! We'll need to track down the man responsible and silence him before word gets out. We'll need an assassin, but I don't want to use the usual guys. Let's call our Slovakian contact. Yes, I want to send a message. I'm sorry, sir, but it's too late. What do you mean? Ye gods help us all. Okay. So we've plumbed in gas. So this thing's primed to blow, which is what you want, really. I mean, this is great news, because when this thing inevitably does detach on the highway and takes out several families, you want to rest assured that you cause the maximum amount of devastation. Because what is a 20-car pileup really, if it doesn't come with a blazing inferno? But now it's guaranteed every time. Every time, inferno, guaranteed. But this video did not suffice. People still wanted to see the inside of this thing. So to his credit, Matt Birelli got the phone number of the owner and then posted this TikTok, which is the text exchange between him and this Nikola Tesla type figure, sort of hyping up an interview that he's going to post later on in the week. The TikTok world is begging for a tour of the inside of your rig. Let me help you get this thing sold. There are literally thousands of people interested. I might have forgotten to mention, this thing's for sale. I don't know who the target buyer for this is. Like, I'm just trying to imagine what that exchange looks like. I've got to be honest with you. I love it. It's quite literally ticking all of my boxes. Before you even say anything, let me just put an offer out there. $500,000 cash today, and I'll take it off your hands. What do you say? $500,000. You see, when you called me earlier today, I thought you were serious, and yet you come out here and you insult me with this lowball offer. I didn't even want to sell this vehicle originally. The only reason it's for sale is because it's wanted in 7 states. I could be apprehended at any moment, and yet I still agreed to meet with you today, and you make a mockery out of it. You're absolutely right. I don't know what I was thinking. Just please give me one more chance. I'll make one more offer. Maybe I could stretch the budget out. $1 million cash. What do you say? Look, here's my counter. I'll do the million, but I'm also going to need your fingerprints, social security number, and pretty much every form of identification that you have. And she's all yours. Oh my God, yes, yeah, of course. Here you go. What a deal. I don't even know where I would have found a deal half as good as this. I robbed him blind. You keep getting him. I'm finally free! Ha ha! Anyways, with all the pieces set in motion, the interview was scheduled, and then Matt Birelli posted a clip of the interview to his TikTok, and it was epic. But the biggest mistake I have ever made in my life, except for last night, when I gaslit myself into thinking that, and there's no spoilers here by the way, but I gaslit myself into thinking that the Red Wedding was an event that occurred in season 4 of Game of Thrones, and then last night I watched The Reigns of Castamere, and I feel like I've lost loved ones. Like I'm kind of half joking, but I'm in a state of grief. I don't think a TV show or movie has ever done this to me to such a degree. So that's fun. Sorry, I just wanted to vent that to the camera. As if you've watched Game of Thrones, you know. But the other biggest mistake I've made was not saving that TikTok, because I saw it and then I checked the next day and he deleted it. It's not there. And then for the next week, every day I checked to see if he would post it again. Radio silence. It's been a day. Where's the video? It's been over a week. Uploaded it's the already. 15th. Where's the video? I can't be the only one waiting. Now, if he does post it, I will pin it to the top comment. Otherwise, what I can say is that the guy built it for his family, apparently, and there was a story that involved police. I'm not joking. And interstate travel. And that's the biggest tragedy, really. Apart from the multiple tragedies that this vehicle has probably caused, of course. I'm sad that we never got to see this thing on the move, but I have good news, because this is not an isolated incident. This is an epidemic, and I found another vehicle that has been making the rounds. Look at this beauty. I almost like this one better. It's got like a skylight situation going on there. Here we have another angle of this majestic beast. This one doesn't have the skylight, so I'm guessing that was a later renovation that they added. I can't wait for the water slide in the pool. That's what I'm looking forward to. Let the Dodge Tahoe be your canvas, I say. And now I present cinema. And at this point, I think it'd be like sort of remiss if I don't sort of cover this, but I saw people in the comments defending the car, saying that the cost of living is very high, rent is very expensive, and so this is how they sort of circumnavigated that. And I'm not denying that that's a real problem. I just don't think the solution, though, is building moving death traps. For the same amount of money and time and effort, I think you could probably just go on Marketplace, buy an old caravan or camper, and just do that up. And it would be significantly safer. If that's a route that you want to take. I could be wrong though. So let me know in the comments below what you think. Like and subscribe. It really does help out because this is a tiny little baby channel. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.